Do you think your life is free? There are so many things that you cannot buy with money, such as true love, happiness, and health. Anything you can buy with money is cheap. So you think your life is free and there are no consequences or obligations? One day, Xiaoming was very happy after back home from shopping. Yay, I've got the best deal today. I bought a pair of shoes and got another pair for free. The shop owner said, this is the last one left and I've got it. Let's take a look. Only one shoe? On the left side? What's in the other box? Another shoe? On the right side? It's a pair of shoes. What's on the deal again? Let's take a look. This shoe has only one left. Buy one and get the other matching one for free. Is that right? Do you like the idea that gives away something for free? Everyone likes free stuff. Because most people like the idea of taking something without paying. When it says it's free, most of the time it means free of charge. You don't need to pay money for it. Something free could also indicate that it won't come with any obligation or consequences. Have you ever questioned this? Is it really possible to get something for free in this universe? Today, let's talk about it. I don't know how you think about money and how much you own. My idea is, anything you can buy with money is cheap. It doesn't matter how much you pay. As long as you can buy it with money, it is not something hard to get. There are so many things that you cannot buy with money, such as true love, happiness, and health. Some people say that you won't get something really good if it is free. I can agree on that 50%. In most cases, free stuff you can get in the marketplace, whether online or local, is a catch to get you into something that will cost you more money down the road or in the long run. But not everything free is terrible. The air you breathe is free, and you cannot live without it. You may need to pay for the clean water, but you can still breathe fresh air without paying, at least right now. The sunshine is free. You can enjoy a sunbath without paying as long as it is a sunny day. We think those things are free because we do not know how they happened or how much effort it already took to make them happen. Do you think your life is free? You didn't pay anything for it. You didn't even agree on it. And one day, boom! Here you are. You opened your eyes, you could see things for free. With the first crying, you could breathe air for free. You never paid for it. So you think your life is free and there are no consequences or obligations? Look how you treat your life. To soothe your feelings, you take alcohol or drugs to dull your senses. You don't like to be bored, so you watch garbage on TV or YouTube and swipe through TikTok for hours, non-stop. But if you feel something is difficult to achieve, you just give up and blame something or someone else. Is this the reason when something harsh happens in your life, you just retreat to your comfort zone and choose something cheaper and convenient? Because you think you didn't pay for this life, it is not worth your effort to strive or make things happen. You see, your life is not free. It is the most precious thing you ever had. And it still is. Have you heard of those ancient folktales from China, Korea, and Japan? About those spiritual animals wanting to become humans. They had to follow super strict rules to practice for hundreds of years, if not thousands. Once their quests were fulfilled, they could finally be reincarnated into human beings. Why? Because human beings are the highest life form on Earth, and have the potential to understand the meaning of life. Although those stories were just fairy tales, who knows how you came to this life? Imagine this. What if there has been enormous effort put you into this human form? What if you went through so many struggles and suffering for thousands of years already, and finally you made it to become human in this life? How would you treat your life then? The universe is super balanced. Do you really believe that you can get something free with no consequences? There was an old saying in China, 善有善报，恶有恶报，不是不报，时辰未到. Meaning everything comes with consequences. If you haven't seen it or couldn't see it, it is not yet time to see it. And you definitely will when it is time. Some Qigong practitioners say, come to practice Qigong because medicine and surgeries cost money, but Qi is free, which I can only agree on 50%. When it comes to treating your health, taking the opportunity of Qigong's healing is an excellent decision. You know, Qigong was not an alternative medical treatment. It has been in China for tens of thousands of years. Although it was not invented for healing, it was and still is a magnificent way to learn the secret of life. Qigong is the way to work with the universe law and discover the true nature of ourselves. Chinese culture is engraved with Qigong culture. Qigong was a very advanced life energy practice, and it still is. In those days, most Qigong treatments were only available to very powerful and wealthy people. If you wanted to learn Qigong, you had to be very determined and got ready for many harsh tests before you could be accepted as an apprentice. Because Qigong masters did not live in a place where you could easily access, those masters only passed their knowledge and experience to their best disciples. So people were more familiar with TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, because accessing herbs and acupuncture was a bit easier than a Qigong master and also much cheaper. But do you know, if a TCM doctor doesn't know Qigong or practices Qigong, they are not an authentic TCM doctor. Within the last 100 years, with the development of anatomy and chemistry, people can now easily access medicines and treatment through the Western medical system. When you have some health problems, you visit your local medical doctors. For just a few minutes, they will look at you, ask you a few questions, and give you a prescription. There you go. Easy, quick. Because pills are easier and cheaper, they could help ease your symptoms but could hardly cure illnesses, especially chronic issues. No matter how advanced traditional medicine or modern Western medicines are developed, none of them will change the truth that Qigong is still an advanced technology to deal with your life and the universe. Luckily, because the internet, nowadays, Qigong learning has become much more accessible. But of course, you have to find and follow the right Qigong master. Qi is the life energy you were born with, and you cannot live without it. It is the one energy that came with the universe. If you want to manifest anything you want in this life, knowing how to work with Qi is the best option. You don't need to pay money for Qi, but it is not free. You need to do something to initiate the connection with it. You need to put in some effort. For some people, it could be a lot of effort, but only you can activate it. In this life, you can have some options. You can go for something easier, quicker, cheaper, and have something temporary effect. Or go for something that really works. Still, you need to pay for it, not your money, but your immense intention, desire, and effort in order to make a fundamental change to make something greater happen in your life. Which option will you choose? By the way, our app is still in the making at the time of shooting this video. Right now, you can come to Onenergy.institute to register to get notified when our app is ready. Soon, you can go to Google Play Store or Apple Store to download our app and start your Qigong learning and practice for free. The best part is, what you will get is something you cannot buy with money. You are watching Master Dai's nonsense. If it does not make any sense, that's alright. If you want to make sense of life, a little bit of nonsense will help you out. 混元灵通，好了。